Hello, everyone. As we continue in our lockdown and as the coronavirus continues its relentless march, we can protect ourselves by staying home and washing our hands and so on from the virus in one way, but there's another whole area of protection, which is just not to be overwhelmed by the news and the amount of information that can flow in, and even some of the memes and and funny things. But it's like coronavirus dominates the horizon the whole time, and it's important for us to have another perspective because so easily it can be a focus on the things that are negative and God is doing some very positive things in this time. There's things that He's healing, which are different from the coronavirus. I think there are areas where He's wanting to strengthen us, and we need to give due attention to that. So, what are some of those things? Well, I think one of them is our witness to the world. Christians have always been at their best in times of adversity, and the church has commended itself time and time again by the way in which it has expressed the love of the Lord. I'm struck by the passage at the beginning of 2 Corinthians. I often go back to it where Paul writes, "Praise be to the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Father of compassion and the God of all comfort, who comforts us in all our troubles, so that we can comfort those in any trouble with the comfort we ourselves receive from God. For just as we share abundantly in the sufferings of Christ, so also our comfort abounds through Christ." And that's not just as a personal truth, but the way in which the church becomes an agent of comfort and love into the community as a whole. So that's the first thing that I think this is a season of possibility for. And then our spirituality, our prayer life, our engagement with the Lord. This is a time for us to strengthen those things. And being at home, being cast upon ourselves, gives us the opportunity to go deeper, to discover dimensions of prayer that may be prayers of lament or even more focused intercession as the Lord gives us a burden on our hearts, or prayers of silence where we simply sit and the Spirit groans within us with words too deep to utter. So our personal spirituality can grow, and with it our trust in the Lord. So that's the second area. And then lastly, I think this offers us the opportunity to recalibrate our scale of values, to come to a more accurate scale of what really matters in life, what matters for us personally, what matters for us as a society. And God is at work in these areas, doing wonderful things in these days. It's not all doom and gloom. So let's make sure that we keep our eyes on the things that God is at work doing in order that they would overflow from our lives into our communities and be a blessing. I'd just like to add a quick word about our website, our CCK website. Obviously, that's our primary way of keeping in touch with people and disseminating information. Taryn and Yvonne, Tim, and others have done a lot of work and continue to do a lot of work updating it, making it more and more user friendly, and making sure that there's always fresh content on that website. So, what we would ask of you is that you visit it regularly and find out what is going on, and that we keep in touch through the use of our website a couple of times a day if you can, and check what's happening in the life of our community.